It's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home. Tense one last night, wasn't it? Not the best angle this, is it? Package, the gay for pay community will be going wild. Oh look, a recently edited and uploaded video of me training on my members site. Do join, link in bio. $5.99 a month. I mean, who can complain? Tom mate, what is today's video about? Today's video is about classic bodybuilding because it seems to be doing the rounds, and an individual who I don't remember the name and I don't really remember him having his hair, but if you're not there, but we sort it out. So someone messaged me 4 or 5 days ago with a link to a video, and the individual was basically saying that he thinks classic bodybuilding is going to die. In a few years' time it will be dead. And I disagree with that. So today's video is going to be my 2 cents on the situation. Classic bodybuilding does seem to be doing the rounds at the moment, and a lot of people have a lot of opinions, and I'm an opinionated person, and I'm going to give my opinion on said situation. Lee Priest had written an article a few days ago, He wrote an article a few days ago, and he said that he thought classic bodybuilding will overtake open bodybuilding, which is quite a brash statement, but a statement that I agree with. For those of you that don't know but we won't book any flights or anything until next Wednesday. There's no way that if we get through to the World Cup final, tickets will be available, will there? Surely not. I'm definitely not flying to Russia either. Fuck that. For those of you that don't know what classic bodybuilding is, it's almost regurgitating and bringing back the golden era of bodybuilding. The Frank Zanes, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the incredibly compact, tight waist with V-taper, the stereotypical X-frame, the vacuums, not Dyson, where you suck your stomach in. So it's very much the aesthetically pleasing look of a body and not concerned too much about size. So generally you see some classic bodybuilders that are quite light, for example. The guys I compete with on stage and that have won a few of the shows are sort of in the mid-70s, and I was 88, and that was the whole reason why I couldn't compete, because I had to lose a load of weight. But it's for individuals that have got, maybe from a genetic stance, not the potential to be a mass freak, but just have crazy proportions. What do I think about classic bodybuilding? I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I very much agree with Jeremy, the physique competitor who had a bit of a spat with Dexter Jackson, who said that physique and classic bodybuilding have given the world a new lease of life, a breath of fresh air, because as an individual, as an outsider looking into the sport of bodybuilding, that peeps his head over the fence and sees these open bodybuilders with the descended stomachs, and we've had the instances of Dallas McCarver passing away and Rich Piana, not that it's hugely linked to steroids, but there's a massive component of steroids that has caused those deaths. For people that are looking in, they think, oh, it's a very unhealthy sport. Classic bodybuilding looks like a healthy sport. Don't get me wrong, these guys are still running anabolic steroids. I'm very certain that Chris Bumstead, Bay, I love him. Chris Bumstead will still be using gear, but in terms of the dosages and the potential abuse compared to the open bodybuilders, so for individuals that are thinking about going into bodybuilding that don't want to push those boundaries of health and size, that have maybe incredibly good proportions, that don't want to go into physique, classic bodybuilding is a great route, and I don't think it's a cop-out route. A lot of people say, no, it's the weekend warrior, that little spat again between Chris Bumstead and Phil Heath. These guys are still training extremely hard. You have got guys like Chris Bumstead, who is a god, and I love him, if you don't know already. He shouted me out the other day, practically related. But you've got guys like Chris Bumstead, Ruff Diesel. If you haven't seen Ruff Diesel's Toronto show posing performance, it will blow you away. It's the best posing routine that I've ever seen. It's borderline emotional. The fluidity and prowess that these individuals have on stage is absolutely incredible. So you've got guys like Ruff Diesel, you've got guys like Sam Mediki, you've got Justin Banderina, you've got Joe Ballinger. I'm just so excited at the potential of the classic bodybuilding division. Before, the wow factor with bodybuilding was, fuck, look at that freak on stage, and it still is. There will still be individuals who despise classic bodybuilding and are all about the mass and about the size and sort of fuck conditioning, and I love the big Rammies of the world. You will always have that, but the individual population for the love for classic bodybuilding is only going to increase, because you've got, not that I'm saying that bodybuilding should be done for girls, but I'm saying that the classic bodybuilding would appeal more to girls. I don't know if that's a relevant point to put in. I don't really know what my point is regarding that. I think it's more, oh, he looks nice, than ugh, do you know what I mean? But if you like, do you know what I mean? So the transition between people going, wow, he's massive, and wow, his waist is non-existent, and he's just somehow sucked his internal organs into his chest and done the best vacuum in the world. That's the transition now. People are staggered and amazed at the overall balance and proportions of these new classic bodybuilders. Don't really know what else to say on the situation with classic bodybuilding, other than I think it's only going to increase. I think it's absolutely fantastic for the sport. I think it's a much more healthier alternative for individuals that potentially don't want to push the boundaries of overall mass and size. And that's all I've got to say about the situation. I'm going to go now and have a green tea and practice my vacuums, because I competed in classic bodybuilding, if you didn't know, and I won the bloody show. It wasn't a big show, there was only 3 of us on stage, but I still won it. Didn't look the best, but hey, a win's a win. I need a thumbnail. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the situation. Let's engage. I'd like to see what especially my viewers as well. It'd be great to see what you think about classic bodybuilding in the comment section below. Let's all have a big fuck off debate. Thank you for that. Much love. Thank God for that.